Welcome to a rainy midsummer day in Sweden. That is the background noise that you are hearing right now. Anyway, not long ago I made a full video review of the Realsteel Rokot, the Lamnia limited edition in S35VN. We took a look here at two of the different versions or varieties that were offered, with some regular carbon fiber scales, some marble carbon fiber scales, satin finish, and also a more stonewash finish. I've used these knives quite a lot in the time between that video and this video that I am recording today. And I do think that, and I still think that these are two really useful, affordable folders. But yesterday, or I think it was the day before yesterday perhaps, I saw a new version of this model released over at Lamnia. I'm not sure if that model is exclusive to Lamnia or not, but that is the only place I've seen it so far. So let's put these two away for now. Now let's look at what I found some days ago here. So this is the Realsteel Rokot in, let's see if we can see the, here, in M390, a black wash version, with, I think it was only offered in marble carbon fiber. That is the only version I could find. So let's do a bit of an unboxing here. We can get the box opened. So we have some, I don't remember this being included with the other ones, maybe there were. So we have a certificate of authenticity here, stating, you know, the blade steel, some specifications, date of production and item number. Yeah, I guess I lucked out a bit this time around, because the item number here is 100. Nice even number. I know that this is probably a limited run. Well, not probably, it is a limited run, but I don't know how many pieces were actually made. Haven't been able to find that out, but regardless, I got number 100, which is, yeah, kind of cool in a way, I guess. But this is not going to be a collector's item to me. I will put it to use, as I do with most of my knives. Here we have some disassembling. Yeah, something like this. And then we have some other models. Yeah, I don't know all of these models, to be honest. There are a few models shown here. Some of them I know or I have seen before, others are actually, I don't know what they are. I will look into that later on. And then we have the actual knife itself wrapped into this piece of cloth here. So let's unwrap it, shall we? Yeah, nice, pretty nice box. You obviously do not get a pouch with this one. Not a big deal to me. I use my own pouches, like, you know, I buy this from Lamnia at like $5 or cheaper than that perhaps. Works just fine. So here we have it. Let's, you know, maybe we should actually zoom in a bit. We are quite far away in the camera, aren't we? Yeah, let's zoom in. Give me a second. So this is slightly better, I believe. So a small cloth here and the knife itself. Let's actually remove this for now. So what do we have here? We have an out of focus knife, perhaps. That is much better. Let's try to keep it like this. So as you guys can see, or perhaps you can't see, this one is in marble carbon fiber. And it's going to be up to personal preferences, whether you prefer marble carbon fiber or the regular texture or pattern carbon fiber. I prefer both. I mean, we can take a look at one of my other hairs, and this is the regular version, regular carbon fiber version, compared to the marble carbon fiber. So I mean, it's all up to personal preferences. I like both. Simple as that. Now we're back again. So the knife design, specs, everything is the same as previous iterations or previous versions, with the big difference in the steel material used here, this being in M390. Oh, and it also has, as you can see, a black, did I say black wash? I think it was stated as black wash, but I kind of think it looks more like a black coating of sorts, or I mean, it is some sort of DLC coating. I would say, at least. Let's see if we can get some details here. There we have it, right? So I should probably do like this. It says M390, and then we have the serial number for this one, which is 100. Then we have the design mark of well, is that the design mark of Realsteel or is it of Even? I'm not quite sure. And here, here we have the Realsteel marking, and also the Even D Bragenest design. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. I'm not super great at pronouncing different names. But this here we have actually a pretty good view of the knife itself. This is not going to be a full review with lots of tests or anything like that, but especially since I did do a full review not that long ago with a lot of cutting tests, etc. And the biggest difference is, of course, like I stated, the M390 steel, which has a greater edge retention. It is also more corrosion resistant, and of course also a bit more work to sharpen than the S35EN steel. But M390 is my top pick. I would still say that, as well as CPM 20CV and CTS 204P, which are all pretty much the same type of steel. But we can go over the specs at least. I mean, that's not something that should not be excluded from a full overview of sorts. Let's start with the weight of the knife here. This knife weighs about 100 grams. I think the exact number is 103 grams perhaps. We have a total length of 210 millimeters with a blade length of 95 millimeters. The closed length, let's close it a bit here, is, I believe, 115 millimeters. And then we have the blade thickness. Let's see if we might do like this since we have a dark backdrop here. So a blade thickness of 3.4 millimeters. I mean, it's a semi-stout blade, I would say. Opening mechanism, of course, you have the thumb studs on both sides, as can be seen here. Much like, the original, or the other versions of the Rokot. Blade centering. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that the blade centering is pretty much spot on, right? Looks pretty centered to me, I'd say. The opening action, as with others, is really good. Closing action, more or less, hydraulic closing action. blade play, no blade play, no lock stick. This is obviously, as you have already seen, this is a frame lock, no, sorry, a liner lock design with a pretty solid lockup. I think that, you know, the lockup doesn't get better than this with a liner lock. So it is as good as they come, I'd say. Really nice, you know, black finish. I really like the total, you know, look and I mean the overall look and design of this knife. I've got to say that. Pocket clip, same as on the other versions. Everything is the same as on the other versions. So, but it is, you know, comfortable in hand. No protruding pocket clip. No areas for hotspots, in my opinion, or from my use. And I have used the other knives quite a lot now, so feel like I know what I'm talking about in terms of the handle ergos and overall performance. But like I said, I mean, this is not a full review. I just wanted to get this out there and show you guys, especially all the fans of this this design, that there is a new version in town that is pretty damn good looking and with only the best of materials. And as always, I wear, you know, size 10 in gloves. I have fairly large hands. I have so large hands that I need to zoom out the camera. Placing this one in my hand shows that it is easily a full finger grip, 5-finger grip should you want to. And you can also use this area, this little area here. It's not a choil area, but you can indeed place your finger there to, you know, choke up a bit here. Place your thumb here up on the jimping. The jimping is not very aggressive. It's almost, you know, it might give you a little bit of friction, but it's more like a aesthetic detail of sorts. But I do like that they went, you know, quite far with the jimping as with the other versions. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, overall this is a pretty straightforward design, no nonsense knife that will slice like crazy. So if you are interested in this one, but you feel you want to, you know, take a look at the actual performance, then I recommend you to take a look at my video review of the S35VN Rokot. I will have the link in the end screen of this video. It's, you know, it's a damn nice design, you know. And interestingly enough, I don't think that this model is that much more expensive than the S35VN version. I think they're almost equally priced, which is, well, in honesty, I find it to be kind of random, but I'm not at all complaining, you know. Really good price for this one. Yeah, so that's just a short overview video of sorts of a really nice, functional, versatile slicer of a folder.